Hey guys, welcome to the NFL Rumors broadcast today. And we got a few things we want to talk about with a lot of interesting moves here. We had a trade that happened today, and also we had a player request for a trade, so we'll get right into it. We want to start off by the trade. The Lions traded to the Falcons Jeff Okudah, the former top 5 pick. So Jeff Okudah will go to Atlanta on a late round pick. So very interesting there that the Falcons were able to land one of the top corners in that draft. And we'll see if the Falcons can help him resurrect his career. He actually came off last year, was having one of the better seasons he had had. So the Falcons are able to get a good young corner in Jeff Okudah. They also have A.J. Terrell there already. So two very young corners that could kind of learn from each other. And A.J. Terrell's a shutdown corner. So Jeff Okudah might be able to learn a lot of big stuff from A.J. The other part of the news we want to talk about is Devin White in surprising move today. He asked to be traded. Early on, it doesn't seem like the Bucs are wanting to budge on that. So, but right now, Devin White has made a request to be traded from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So we'll see what happens there, see if anything happens there in the draft. Never know with the draft coming up, anything it can happen. So I'm interested to see if anything does there with Devin White. So looking at some more news from one of the draft picks Adam Schefter talked about, Michael Jefferson, an NFL draft prospect, was involved in a bad car crash on Sunday night, and he had significant injuries. So we're praying for that young man, and we're hoping he gets better. Another big prayers that we got going out today is to Charvarius Ward, and his daughter's having open heart surgery. He posted on IG today, and we're hoping Charvarius' daughter comes through okay. And if you got a moment, jump in there, put in there that you're praying for him. I know if he takes a look at it, that it'll really brighten his day, as it would be me if someone did that for one of my children. One of the things else we want to talk about, the Giants and Bills are hosting Jordan Addison and Jalen Hyatt, two of the young wide receivers in the draft. So Giants and Bills looking possibly to add to their wide receiver room and help Daniel Jones and Josh Allen. The Cardinals coach Jonathan Gannon said today, we'll see. He asked if he expects D-Hop to show up for voluntary workouts. One of the things about DeAndre Hopkins as well, they have talked to him and they kept in communication to see if a right kind of situation can be there for him. We've heard the Bills, the Falcons, the Chiefs are big suitors for him. We'll see if that continues with D-Hop, because OBJ, as everybody knows, on Easter was able to agree to terms with the Baltimore Ravens. And one of the things that we haven't really talked about a lot, we put a post on it there, is looking at D-Hop, looking at OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. went to the Jets and gave him a chance to match that offer, but they did not. So OBJ is going to the Ravens, and that is big news. Baltimore's got a really good young wide receiver. Not a young wide receiver, but they got a good wide receiver, one that can be used for a number one, in my opinion. Talking about the draft a little bit, Jamar Gibbs said in a recent interview he believes this game resembles a mixture of the Niners' Christian McCaffrey and the Chiefs' Jamal Charles. Said the Eagles are very intrigued by him, and the Eagles are also intrigued by Bijan Robinson from Texas. So it'd be interesting to see if the Eagles use that pick on a running back. They let Miles Sanders go in free agency as he signed with the Panthers. Still, a lot of things with Mac Jones. A lot of people saying Mac Jones is also supporting the building. Be interesting to see if the Patriots decide to deal him, maybe go get a young quarterback or another quarterback that's on the market. We'll have to just see there. But it seems like Mac Jones still got a lot of negative views in that building. The Texans is going to visit with Bryce Young this week. So Bryce Young, this is the player that the Texans like, and we're hearing that the Panthers like him as well. So it'll be interesting to see if they don't get Bryce Young, if they want to go in there and go after C.J. Stroud. Greg Newsome, who early on there was a report out they wanted to be traded, but it looks like it's been cleared up that he doesn't. So it looked like that kind of sizzled out pretty quick on Greg Newsome there from the Browns. Hunter Renfro's been mentioned as an NFL draft trade to the Saints or the Cardinals. So the Raiders have been small in rumors on D-Hop. So it'll be interesting to see if they could make a deal, maybe if they decide to go up to that third pick, put a D-Hop, Hunter Renfro deal together. Be an interesting trade for sure. This was when actually USA Today reported that the Cowboys have checked the availability on Titans star running back Derrick Henry. We've heard already that they like Bijan Robinson as well. So Derrick Henry and would be a really, really good combination there with Derrick Henry going there with Tony Pollard. So a really good 1-2 punch if the Cowboys could land him. But Derrick Henry is that offense in Tennessee. It would surprise me if he gets traded, to be honest. But we'll just have to wait and see on that one. It was a report from USA Today. We've also heard that the Titans are still doing their due diligence on all the quarterbacks in the draft. Malik Willis is reportedly falling out of favor. I don't think Malik's got a great chance yet. So I'd like to see that young man get a better chance and better shot. I mean, he's only played a year there, just sparingly. Saints Mark Ingram announced he's going to play in 2023. I don't know if there's going to be room on that Saints roster as they sign Jamal Williams. Also, they have Alvin Kamara. So, be interesting to see if Mark Ingram will go on a deal to a team that might need a running back. I mean, if the Cowboys can't get Derrick Henry, that could be an option for him and Mark Ingram to provide a good back there with the value. So, that's pretty good there. But we got a lot of visits going down with a lot of different players still. So it's going to be interesting to see everything that happens there leading up to the draft. And some of the trades that might happen. One of the things that we're going to put out here, I've not had a really good chance to put it out yet, but there's a report that T. Higgins is close to an extension with the Bengals. So T. Higgins close to an extension with the Bengals. So keep on the lookout for that. That's what we're hearing. So make sure that you're tabbed into there. I know we got a lot of Bengals followers out there. I know a lot of people's like the change in our logo. Some people's not. We did a little poll there. It's kind of mixed where it's at. Hope we just decided to change the logo, make it a little bit more cleaner. We're still the same NFL rumors. Definitely let us know what you think. Let us know. Comment. Let us know what you think. We got the logo pinned on our Twitter page. So very interesting to see what you think. If you want us to go back to the old logo, you want us to stick with the new one. We're always about getting engagement with our followers for sure to what they like the best. And make sure that you give us a like if you like the content. Make sure that you turn your notifications on your YouTube. Also, we're doing about video maybe once 5 times a week, maybe something like that. I want to say. So make sure you check us out. Definitely gaining some steam on that. Our Twitter account's almost 220,000 followers. So make sure that you got your notifications turned on and you're following us for all the latest draft visits, all the latest draft news, all the trades around the draft. A lot of rumors happening right now. Want to keep you clued in. And again, we want to thank you for all your support. Without you, we could not do this. And we appreciate everybody that's been there from the beginning. Really been doing it full time for about 2-3 years. And really gained up about 200,000 followers. So very excited to see what the future holds for NFL Rumors. We have a weekly podcast there with Tanner Pfeiffer as well, the NFL broadcaster. He does a lot of great interviews. We got a lot of interviews coming up. We've had Rudy Ford, we had Gary Myers. We're talking about a couple of insiders right now about doing an interview with them. We got another XFL player was going to probably come on this week, if not next week. So we got a lot of players that's up for interviews for sure. we'll have a lot of that happen in the off season. Talking to a lot of players, and they're wanting to get hooked up there with the NFL rumors on the podcast. So we thank everybody, and we really appreciate you all. And I hope you have a great Tuesday, and we'll see you tomorrow.